Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. So we have learned about the query method in the Angular animations, and also we have implemented the query method in our course project also. So now if you try to refresh this page, so here we are able to see the courses has been adding one by one, and this is a staggered animation. So we are able to see this is a staggered animation. Now this tab, in order to implement these staggered animations, what we have did it, so we have gone through so many hacking methods or workaround methods we have did it. So that workaround methods, if you try to see in our courses.component.ts, or in the courses.component.html, we have used the course add trigger done. So we have used the animation callback methods like done, and we also had another variable, so something like a temporary variable. We have used it for displayed courses. So these displayed courses we have used the temporary variable, and we have used it, and we have did so many workaround things. So now in the Angular thing, so we have also another option, that is stagger option. So by using this stagger option, so we can implement the staggered animations using that stagger option. Let's try to implement this one. So first of all, before implementing, I will clean up these all the things like what I can say here, courses add trigger done, and I don't want to use the temporary variable. I will go back to our courses thing, which is our main variable, and here let's go to the courses.component.ts file, and here I can remove this displayed courses also, and here in this one I will remove this displayed courses.push, and afterwards what I can say is when this animation.done is there, so this one, also I will remove it. So this one entire thing we have did it. So we have cleaned up this one. Now let's try to implement the staggered animation. In order to implement this staggered animation, what we need to do is, so we will create a export constant list state trigger. I will be using this list state trigger. I will use the same name for both of things, and here this is our animation, let's say. So let's import this animation here, list state trigger, and in our courses.component.ts file, here I will be importing this list state trigger. Oh, we are not having list state trigger, so it needs to be imported from the animations.ts file. So fine, we have used it, and now if I go to the courses.component.html, here we are using this ng for loop, right? So here let's wrap it with one div. Okay, so here I am wrapping it up with one div, and here I will add this list state trigger. So at the rate list state trigger. Here I will use the courses.length. So when this courses.length is there, then only the state should be changed. So here I am using the list state trigger. So now this list state trigger we need to implement it here using the query method and also the stagger. Now using the query method, so here I can write the transition. Okay, so when the transition is there, when the state is changing start to star, so then I will implement the animation here. So now we will be using the query method. Okay, query method upon enter. So upon entering of these all course, then I want to implement the animation. So what type of animation we need to implement it here? Query should be imported from the Angular animations. So what type of query? So here we have already did this all entering in the course state, right? So let's copy this all the thing up to a transition, here, or otherwise from animate here to here, let's copy this one all. Okay, and I can delete this transition, enter. So there is no need for us to enter, we are trying to implement it here, and here in this one, so let's try to implement it here. So in the query enter, I am trying to animate these all the things. Now let's see whether we can able to implement it or not. Now if I inspect the element and if I try to see in the console or anything, so we are able to get this error. So this error is common. Now if you try to see here, the error is common, and we are able to see the animation. This error, what we can do, so we need to keep the optional true. Here itself the thing it is trying to tell. If you wish to allow this optional true, they are trying to tell. So here we know that option. So let's try to implement this option. Here I will implement optional to true. That's it. Now if you see the output, then we will not able to see any error, and here the animations we are able to implement the same animations. Yes, So but here we are not getting it as a staggered playlist, right? Staggered list, we are not getting as a staggered list. At a time we are able to get the animation. So in order to implement the staggered list, what we need to do is, so here in our Angular animations we have a special method that is nothing but stagger. So here in the query of enter, here I can implement a stagger. This should be imported from the Angular animations, and staggered will take two parameters. One is the how much time will it take to implement the other animation. When the animation is completed, how much time it need to take. So I am giving 100 millisecond, and here I can implement the all the animations. So here I can copy this entire animate from where to where it will be. Yeah, from here to here. Let's copy this entire animation and paste it here. That's it. So we have implemented the stagger thing. Now if you try to see the output, so here if you see the output, see here we are able to see the staggered animation. Right now we are able to see the staggered animation. If you try to see here, but there is one bug in this one, not bug, so there is one issue. If I try to make this one as 500 or something like that, the staggered animation, now you'll be able to see this issue very clearly. See, already all the list data is present here and it is trying to animate it. Instead of having this one, so we can work it something like a workaround. So I can copy this one, and here at the top of this stagger I can place this style thing, right? So right now at first time it should be opacity 0 and translate X, it should be outside, and afterwards each one should be animated. Now if you see the output here, if I refresh this page, now let's see the output. See, now we are able to see the staggered animation without any problem. So this is how we will be implementing this staggered animation. So this stagger also, remember that we need to use it only in the combination of query only. So we cannot use this stagger option outside the query. So we need to these both are with combined to each other. So in the query only we need to use this stagger. This is also one important thing which I want to tell you. So this is all about the stagger option in the Angular animation. So previously we have did the workaround options, right? So in order to prevent this workaround option in Angular, we have a new option that is nothing but stagger option. We can use this stagger option to implement the what I can say, the stagger list animating thing. So what I will try to do is I will commit this all the code in a new branch, video-49. Okay, so I will commit this all the code, stagger animation, right? Stagger animation. I will commit this all the code. Let it commit. So now I will publish this branch. I will publish this branch. Now here you are having, if you are having any doubts or anything means, so you can go to my repository URL, GitHub repository URL. The link is provided in the description below of this video. So whatever the video you're trying to watch in the Angular animations, you can go to that particular video branch and you can check and you can refer the code for the reference, whichever the project I am trying to explain. It will be cloned, it will be committed in this GitHub URL. Hope you understood about this staggered animation. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.